Welcome to Web Development Complete course. This is Anusri Shan. It is Module 1 Python and here we are going to focus on data types. In programming, data type is an important concept. Last session we have discussed about variables and we have told that a variable can store data of different types, and different types can do different things. Here we are learning data types. We have different types of datas. We have text type, which include strings. Numeric types include integer, float and complex. And we have sequence types, which include a list, tuple and range. We have mapping type, which include dictionary. And we have set types, which include set and frozen set. Also we have boolean type and which include bool. And again we have binary types, which include bytes, byte arrays, memory view, and also we have none type, which include none type. So this all we will be discussing in the further sessions. So right now we are focusing on the numeric type, which include integer, float and complex. Let's see what it is. So let's open our IDE. Here we have x equal to 2. It's an integer value. We have already know what an integer is. And now another variable y equal to 4.5, and it's a float number because it includes a decimal point. And we have another variable called set, and this z equal to 2j. So right now this 2j, it's a complex number because complex number we are representing in the form of a plus ib or a plus jb format. It will be having a real part as well as an imaginary part, where j is -1, and we do not need all these things here, but I'm just sharing you for your information. And here a is a real part and b is an imaginary part. And again we have m equal to 5 plus 8j. It is also a complex number. If we wanted to know what is the type of x, y and z, we can use a method called type of. When we are printing a type of x, we will be getting it's an integer. It's a class integer. And let's find the type of y by printing type of y, and it's a float. Now let's print type of z. It's a class complex. Now just print type of m, and it is class complex. So now what is an integer? We already know integer is a whole number. It can either be a positive or negative, and it won't have any decimals. Right now x equal to 6 and y equal to 6523145, that is also an integer. And when we are typing z equal to -8895623, and this is again integer. So either it can be positive or negative. So if we are trying to find what is the type of set, we can find it is a class integer. Now let's see what is a float and what does this float means. A float or a floating point number, it's a number. It can be either positive or negative, containing one or more decimals. So it will be containing one or more decimals. Here x equal to 56.2. This is a float number because it contains a decimal. Y equal to -58.25. It's again a float number because it contains decimal points. Now z equal to 520 e to the power of 3. Like it's an exponential part, and it's again a float number. We can check this in later. And right now j is equal to 52 exponential of 4. Let's print type of z, and it gives you a float class. Now print type of j, and again it gives you a float class. So now let's see how a complex number is explained. As I have already mentioned earlier, a complex number are written with a j. It's an imaginary part. Actually we will be having an imaginary part as well as a real part. Here x equal to 2 plus 6j. Here 2 is real part and 6 is imaginary part and j is minus 1 actually, and y equal to 6j and z equal to minus 8j. These all are complex numbers. Let's check this by printing type of x, y and z. Now let's print type of z and we are getting it's a complex class. And now we can print type of y and again we are getting class complex. If you wanted to convert your number from one data type to another data type, like if you wanted to convert from integer type to float number or float to integer type or float or integer to complex type, you can do that. But keep in mind that you cannot convert complex numbers into another number types. So right now, let's learn how to do this type conversion. You can convert from one type to another type with the int of, float of or complex of methods. Here you have x equal to 5.6666 and if you wanted to convert this x, this is a decimal number and it's a float type. If you wanted to convert it to integer type, you can just put int of x and it will give you an answer of 5. So it only took the 5, the integer part from that 5.6666. And if x equal to 5, if you wanted to convert it to float, you can just type float of x and it will give you 5.0, that integer value with a decimal number and it became float number. And the same x means 5 can be converted to complex by using complex of x and this method will give you 5 plus 0j. Here 5 is real part which is integer part and j is imaginary part. Here we do not have an imaginary part, so it took 0 as imaginary. And we have a module called random. So right now you will be having two questions in mind. One, what is module? And the second one, what is method? We have said these two words during this tutorial. Now, a module is a file containing Python definition and statement. So it's a file, it's a Python file which containing Python definitions and statement, which is simply called a module. So we will be having a file with Python code. We can import that particular file to another files where we wanted to do our project, and this is what is called a module. During this type conversion we have come across this method because I have already told you, right, you can use int of, float of, complex of when you wanted to convert it to another type. So here the method is simply meaning it's a function that belongs to an object. Actually we know that Python is an object oriented programming and it covers this object and classes. We will be learning this in further videos, and third, you will be calling this function as a method there. We already know a function which do a specific task for us whenever we calls it. And we can just import a random module in order to print random numbers. We can access random numbers by using this random module. Here when we are doing this, print of a random dot a rand range of 1 to 10, we will be getting number 8, and again if we are using the random module we will be getting another number. So randomly we are getting numbers. So we have already covered all the basic things of numeric type, and we have covered integer, float and complex, and we discussed about type conversion, and I will be uploading exercises in the description. Please do refer that. Thank you for watching, and please do subscribe, like and share because it took a lot of hard work behind the scene. Thank you for watching the video and I hope you liked the video. If it is so, please like, share and subscribe, and so thank you so much. Bye.